All right, we are back from the break, and we do have more Scrimcast coverage coming at you. So I'm happy to be here. We got some more Honda watch. I hope you guys are excited. This is game one between Slavic Angels United, which we just saw a three-game series from them against White Flag Gamers. They're now going to be playing against It Is What It Is here on the Hellborn side. So we got another Scrim series. Pretty excited. We're already underway with the draft. We've got Cthulhu Font, Magnus, and Engineer band from Legion, Rally, Electrician, and Gladiator band from Hellborn. That to me looks like six strength heroes. No, it's five. There is the Engineer thrown in there as well. But 5 out of 6 bands will be strength heroes. We will have a Myrmidon first pick. They're going to go with the fish. Don't know if Ramity's around, but I'm sure he's pretty excited, even if he's not here in spirit, as his favorite hero is first picked here by the Legion team. We see Andromeda and Chipper going to be picked up here. From the Hellborn team, they're going to go with some supports, as well as the Legion side picking up the Myrmidon there. No surprise by all means, but we see the Tundra coming out on the second pick here from the Legion team. They have one more pick coming up. We'll see what they do decide to go with. It's going to be a Glacius, so they do pick up the main support there. Going to be the Glacius. Myrmidon will probably be the secondary support. And then we have a position 3 Tundra to finish off their first 3 picks there. Thank you for the hydrate. I will continue to drink water. We are now entering the banning phase here. Number 2. Both sides still needing a carry. We're going to start to see carry bans, it looks like. At least initially, we have Corrupted Disciple and Puppet Master going to be banned here. Let's see what else the teams don't want to see picked up here. 4 more bans in total coming out. We see King Clout going to be the second ban here from Hellborn. Moraxis going to be banned from Legion. We have 2 more bans, one from each side remaining. We'll see what they decide to go with. We had 1 carry ban each, and then 1 more initiator ban. See, the Kraken will be the last ban here from Hellborn. And the Forsaken Archer will be the last ban here from the Legion side. So 2 picks coming up from Hellborn here. They have 32 seconds overtime here on top of the 20 remaining. We'll probably see the mid and off lane picks here, but they could definitely pick up the carry of choice if they so wish to do so. And with the Glacius and the Myrmidon picks already, we could see a tri-lane, we could see 2-1-2. It's pretty flexible. But Tundra, I think it's safe to say he will be a solo laner somewhere. We see the Pebbles coming out. So they're going to go with what appears to be a mid lane Pebbles, at least for now. And we could see the other solo laner or dual offlane hero here picked up. Let's see what they go with. 3 seconds on the clock. They go with a Valkyrie. Okay. I'll see if they go with a multi-core lineup here. Maybe the Valkyrie will be either a solo or a dual lane hero here. There is the potential for a tri-lane of Valk, Andro, Chipper. But if they do decide to do that, they would need a carry that could solo lane. or be quite versatile. And I'm not quite sure yet how they're planning to choose to run this Valkyrie. But we're going to see a Bensington pick coming out. Great synergy with the Tundra. He's got global presence to follow up the Avalanche from anywhere on the map. They do have the swap though, but still a lot of in-your-face damage from Legion. Hellborn has a lot of poke until they get the Pebbles portal key. Last pick from Legion coming up here, 25 seconds on the clock. So I think we'll see the pairing of the hero that goes with Myrmidon, unless they want to run this Bensington as a tri-lane offensive and pick up another solo lane hero. I wouldn't be surprised to see something like a Lodestone here for Legion. They're going to go with a Pyromancer, so I think that's a mid lane Pyromancer and then a solo short Tundra. I think we'll see the aggro try Bensington here. Respectively, they could run an off lane Tundra, but I think it makes the Tundra a little bit less impactful, especially since there's nothing for the Tundra to really disrupt. There's no jungler to make him be more flexible as an offlaner here. They're going to go with a Hellbringer, which means they are running a position 1 Valkyrie against a Bensington. I'm not really a fan of carry Valkyrie. I think she's just kind of better with like a multi-core lineup. I think if they had a different last pick, it would have been okay to run the Valkyrie here, but they're going to run it with a Hellbringer. Pretty aggressive lineups from both sides. I think the Legion's lineup is slightly favored here with the Bensington, but again, the Valkyrie can compete with Bensington. They are kind of both mid-game style of carries that don't necessarily hard carry that well. They can hard carry, but I would say they're both kind of lackluster hard carries. In respect to other carries that are quote meta right now. But this looks to me like a mid Pebbles and maybe... Actually, no, it could be a side lane Pebbles. Maybe even a dual long Pebbles, which isn't really that bad, but it's not your normal lane comp for a Pebbles. We could see like Pebbles, Chipper, long lane, and then Valkyrie, Andro short, and Hellbringer mid. That's also an option they could do. But we'll maybe end up seeing Suicide Pebbles in a 1v1 against Tundra and Chipper porting top to face the tri-lane. I think we will see tri-lane Bensington long. It just makes the most sense for Legion's draft. Pyromancer mid and Tundra solo short. Tundra versus Pebbles, I think, is slightly Tundra favored early on. Maybe continues to be Tundra favored all the way up to level 6, but Pebbles can always kill him with a rotation with any teammate, I think. Yeah, I think I favor Tundra in the Pebbles 1v1 if that becomes a thing. Pyro against Hellbringer, I think, is a fairly even matchup. Both sides are quite good in 1v1. Sorry, Sate, you missed the cast. This was a last second game. I almost turned the stream off. I was like seconds away from turning the stream off, in fact. Glacius, Murmy, Bensington. That's a pretty strong tri-lane, I would say. And if it does adapt into a Valk Andro Chipper tri-lane, I think more or less every time they go on Valkyrie, she probably dies if she gets chain CC'd. I think there's just more burst power from the Legion's tri-lane, more lockdown. They need more time to fight, but they're sending Valkyrie bottom and Pebbles top. This is probably the least ideal way to run a Pebbles lineup. And typically when you have a Pebbles in your team, he's gonna get caught here by the Joust. There's the freeze. Wheatfield actually misses. He's dead here no matter what, though. I mean, typically when you run a Pebbles, this is just some fast drafting insight. You never want to sack the Pebbles. He's always going to be the most key hero in your lineup that you want to get him a good start. And if you run him solo short like this, it's never going to end up working out for you. This is just a drafting flaw if this is how you plan to run your Pebbles. And they're now switching up the lanes. It looks like they recognize the tri-lane is offensive. I feel like they should have known this from the beginning, though. This is quite common to run a Bensington aggro tri, especially when you don't have another core hero that needs the priority farm over the Sir Bensington. And now they are adapting here with the Valkyrie tri-lane. I still think this tri-lane is much weaker. I think the Benzi tri-lane is way stronger. It has more burst, more lockdown. They need more time for the chipper rockets to be impactful. And if they ever miss the Valkyrie arrow, they're always going to die on one, if not two heroes in the tri-lane. So I give the tri-lane advantage over here to Legion. I think Tundra should absolutely win this bottom lane against Pebbles. And then Pyro against Hellbringer is probably the most even lane that they've picked themselves. But if Pyromancer gets any rune control, I dare say I think they win all three lanes here, on paper at least. Tundra has Spect Cold Shoulder level 1, which is really good. It means he'll be able to control his 1v1 lane better. I think anytime they initiate on Valkyrie, they probably kill him. So I'm a little bit surprised they don't play more aggressively there and joust in on the Valk. We see Hellborn doing a pull, but Legion going to control this for the most part. The Hellborn have the first level 2 here in the tri-lane on Valkyrie. He has Spect, Leap, and Arrow, so not going to go full offensive here. It's understandable. We're going to throw out some rocket harassment. They have a double creep wave more or less here with double archer and 5 melee creeps. So if there's ever a time to fight, it would be when you have creep advantage. We'll see if they take advantage of this. Legion actually initiates first. The arrow does hit on the Bensington. He has Golden Apple and Iron Shield. He's getting stunned up here. There's the apple. He's going to go down. So they did not burst down the chipper. So good job from Hellborn's tri-lane here, getting the initial kill here. 15-1 Tundra against a 9-1 Pebbles. I feel like this is expected to an extent. I think Tundra just naturally wins this lane. Gets bottle delivered here. Pebbles still on 600 gold, so Ruminsky doing a good job here in the 1v1. We have 12-0 against 15-2. Hellbringer winning, or sorry, Pyromancer winning in last hits here. And who got the rune? Oh, DD. Okay, so Pyro gonna probably start to control mid a little bit better. Tundra gets the Merrick's rune there. Gives some space over to the Pebbles. We might have action here. No, they don't go in. Myrmidon needs to be much closer to Bensington if they ever want to initiate in the tri-lane, because they need to follow up CC. Even if Glacius gets his freeze off, they can still cast spells, which is quite important. But yeah, I feel like they should always be initiating on Valk in the tri-lane, not the supports. They want to kill the farmer, and there's only focus buffer to protect him, which isn't amazing level 1. It does block one spell, but it doesn't stop them from hitting. They're going to go in on Chipper here again. They might burst him down. He gets all his stuff off. They don't get the counter kill here on Myrmidon yet. Oh, Valkyrie probably just suicided herself. They are going to get the kill there on the Bensington. Valkyrie does go down. It did take them quite a while to bring her down. And Andromeda not going to get the third kill. It ends up being a 2 for 2. Shipper did respawn, so it was, yeah, it was 2 for 2. Pretty even trades. Don't think either side came out really ahead there. Haste rune on Tundra, he gets the 4-minute rune. I think Hellbringer got the bottle refill from the top rune, I didn't see it. Ooh, level 6 on the Pyromancer, he doesn't have mana though for Blazing Strike. Hellbringer gonna be fine for now. Tundra's level 6 and a couple of creeps. Does need more mana though, so he would need to bottle sip and at least have enough mana for shards and ultimate. Pyromancer is going to stack the camps here. Delivers a health pot and 2 mana pots. Wants to go back to mid lane. He'll work on these stacks later. Myrmidon's rotating for a kill here in mid lane, which could definitely kill Hellbringer. He's not level 6 yet, but he's going to hit it after this archer dies. I'm a little bit surprised that Myrmidon has rotated, but also that he's not trying to gank from behind. I have Andro kind of recognizing Myrmidon's missing. He's Veiled Rotting. This could be a good counter gank. The Malphus is a really good counter initiation tool. If he's able to get it off before he gets bursted down, I think they could definitely turn it. But they have evolved out of the tri-lane, which I feel like is weird that they're not continuing to control top lane, since both the solo lanes were doing fine. No mana on the Tundra means he cannot utilize this haste rune at least yet. But he might want to save it to get the 6-minute rune bottom. Pyromancer's not controlling that rune, and they're going to concede the top rune to Hellborn. So Urmensky gets the Invis rune. He has hasted Invis here. I think that they want the Hellbringer. They don't want the Andromeda. There's going to be an avalanche here any second. There's the Weed Field. Throws out the Piercing Shards. They might go for more. We see the Port-in from Chipper. He's going to avoid the Rocket here. Top lane, the Bensington and Glacius take out the Valkyrie. Both supports rotated away from Valkyrie, which is going to leave him really vulnerable. And no Nightfall just yet, he's only level 5. Pebble's recovering down here. He's still behind in gold per minute to the Tundra from the rotation, so it was still good that Tundra left for so long and killed Hellbringer. Valkyrie is putting 2 points into Call and 2 points into Javelin, so she's not maxing any of her skills for now. See a Comet Stun into an arrow. I don't think this is enough damage. He has a Bracer. They might even turn it around. Oh, he decides not to joust in on the Andro. Okay. That's gonna maybe be a mistake. I think they could have got a turn kill and he would have been fine. They used all their skills. But we did have Pebble sporting it. It might have been the safer play, because in hindsight they were rotating over. But he still needs to be careful. He actually goes for an Astrolabe on Bensington. This is rather defensive, I would say. Doesn't go for any kind of build-up like Bottle or Boots or even Toxin Claw for the tri-lane. But it is a very early Astrolabe. It's going to keep him healthy in the lane. It just makes him have to play more defensively, I would say. I feel like when you pick up a Bensington, you want to play more aggressively rather than build into defensive items like Astrolabe. And that's also their position 1 hero, so it's going to hurt his scaling a little bit. It's going to make them more durable as a team, though. It's not bad. It's just not, I think, amazing in comparison to other stuff. Chipper gets the 8-minute haste rune here. See if the supporting cast... Oh, he's going to avoid the Jouster with the haste. Glacius could get caught here. They need to land the Comet Stun, which they do. There's the arrow. Glacius going to go down here. It's an ultimate warrior streak for Andromeda. But they are still lacking in creep kills across the board on the team. That's still favoring the Legion side, as the kills are even at 5 apiece. Oh, it looks like Hellbringer used Malphus. They somehow weren't able to kill Tundra. I'm a little bit surprised by that. Maybe a counter Avalanche came out on the Pebbles to stop the combo. Pyromancer's being left alone for a really long time here in the mid lane, and Hellbringer's going to lose his mid-tier 1 tower. That's going to boost up Legion's gold lead by a little bit here. They do actually take out... They do actually take out Tundra. Maybe he wasn't expecting them to still be here. Malphus AFK. as well. Did take out the jungle camp there. That's gonna expire. Valkyrie just bought some form of boots, I think. Either steam boots or ghost marchers. Probably steam boots. I think ghost marchers is more common, but he might value... Um, actually, I don't know. I think both are okay. I typically like ghost marchers more. But in this game, I think he's facing too much burst damage. He goes for steam boots, which is fine. Veiled Rotted Pyromancer here. He has his ultimate. Definitely going to be looking for his team to initiate, though, I think. Still, the top 3 farmers belonging to Legion. Oh, Blazing Strike! Misses the Phoenix Wave. It's not really how you want to open an engagement. Valk does a really good job of escaping any kind of form of stuns. Double damage gets picked up by Tundra. I think Ramensky has seen 4 out of the 5 runes this game. One of them going to Chipper, which was a haste. This could be a kill on Pebbles here. Tundra gets in range for Avalanche. Yep. Oh, he actually cold shoulders the creep? That's weird. Bensington, I don't even think he was needed. I think the DD Tundra was enough. But no harm done, I guess. Bensington gets a assist. He might have even avoided potential death up here. They're going to take out the tower with his help. So he'll probably stay down here now. Don't think we'll see him TP back top. And one of the big weaknesses of Valkyrie, she doesn't really flash farm fast, which makes her a rather weak position 1 hero. See a swap here on the Glacius. There's the arrow, the call, final auto attacks. He leaps out. Andrew's going to avoid the joust, but it's not going to matter. Too many TPs. If anything, they trade supports and force a lot of rotations. It was a legendary streak on Andrew, which they are probably a little sad to lose, but forcing them all up here I think is okay. They might look to defend this. They have Rock from Hellbringer up. Myrmidon maybe going to check the bot rune. Might have a clash here in the top lane. Here's the Malphus initiation. He's maybe not going to get the Astrolabe off. Really good chain CC from Hellborn. I like that they were able to line up the arrow on top of the Malphus, which isn't the easiest thing to do. They're going to toss back the Tundra here with the Pebbles. And Hellborn gets a couple of kills. That's going to cut into the gold lead. And maybe they will push the tower here with Malphus, which would definitely be really good for them. We already see Legion counter pushing mid lane. Don't know if I like the Hellbringer porting to mid. I think maybe they didn't have port up on Pebbles. Because now he can't push with the Malphus up here. I think the Malphus doesn't hit towers if you're not in range. Pebbles gets caught here by Myrmidon and Pyromancer. They use Pyro ulti. That's a good kill. They take out the tower here. They cut into the lead now with the tower kill. Take a look at the GPMs. It's a little bit closer now with the fight plus tower, even though they did lose Pebbles. Valk has 2,000 gold. I think on a short lane, Valkyrie will either see Dawnbringer or Thunderclaw. Not sure which he's going to value here. Dawnbringer might be better just so he can farm jungle and clear waves faster, I think, than he would with T-Claw. I'm not sure, actually, what we'll see from him. We'll see what he goes for. Probably critique it after. But I would say those are his 2 options as a position 1. Looks like we'll see Lightbrand as he picks up Neophyte's book. That is going to probably be fine. Tundra goes for Alchemist Bones and Steam Boots. So he's going to... I've seen Ramensky value Shaman's Headdress before Portal Key, which he might look to do against this Hellborn team, which has mostly magic damage. I wouldn't say that that's going to be too terrible. Keeping himself on 400 GPM. We have Chipper, level 7 here. He's actually maxing focus buffer over rockets. That's not your everyday Chipper skill build. They really value the magic shields here. He's going to have a lot less burst damage though, only has a couple of rockets to work with. Arrow is not going to connect here. Was very far away to land that. Myrmidon getting feared up by the Hellbringer. He's going to get the waveform, but he will go down here to the Chipper, as this was 4 players rotating. Double's going to toss Tundra away from himself here, and there is no further engagement going to happen. Nightfall is coming in bottom lane, countering the Malphus initiation. Bensington actually going to fall. Pebbles holds his ground. He has the health pot, and they're going to turn this one around. It's a double tap coming in for Hellbringer, as the team support was here in time to make sure they didn't end up losing their Pebbles as well. Great kills coming in from Hellborn here. In the bot lane, they're going to still be trailing by almost 2,000 gold, but a lot of that's due to Pyromancer being quite farmed here. He's on 433 gold per minute, and he picks up the spell shards level 1. We might see the portal key following up level 1 shards, and then he will look to further the shards with the upgrades. I think this is just to help his farming for now, which is quite good. Did also go for the Ghost Marchers, which is arguably a little bit greedy, but gonna help him with his mobility. Probably gonna be just fine. The Lightbrand is finished on Valkyrie. I think we'll see Searing Light next. Pebbles closing in on his portal key. He's more or less rushing it with not too much buildup, only a chalice here. He's acting almost like a offlane behemoth, but does pick up the Steamboots instead of the Striders, which is fine. Pebbles does lack mana pool, so Steamboots are very good on him. Bensington now has Steamboots. He's attempting to jungle, but doesn't really have the best items for doing so. So he is going to jungle very slowly. Unfortunately, doesn't really have a lane to farm right now. The bot lane is pushed all the way to the Hellborn's tier 2 tower. Really big dive here from Pyromancer. He takes out Chipper. Maybe he was trying to steal some stacks here, or maybe he just got a little bit too curious. But doing that by himself, almost never going to work out. Unless he gets a quick kill and a TP on out. So definitely not going to be a worthwhile trade for himself as he dies for a Chipper kill. Hellborn will be happy with that. And they almost even out the golden XP lead that the Legion did end up having, which was about 1,500. Definitely not a good trade. We have Hellbringer building a Staff of the Master, which I like to see. Gives him lots of stats, as well as gonna bulk up his ultimate here with the second Malphus. Great follow-up item to that would be the Restoration Stone. We'll see if he goes for that as a follow-up item. Valk has enough for the Searing Light here. She's gonna finish that up. We'll probably see the full Dawnbringer. I like that. Don't think he needs to be too defensive with his build. As Pyromancer working on his blink. Still needs a bit there. I think we'll see Thunderclaw Bensington. That's pretty normal. Pebbles has Portal Key now. So the only item they're waiting to finish is the Staff on Hellbringer. And they'll probably look to start taking some team fights sooner rather than later. Not sure they want to go late game against Tundrabird and Bensington pick off potential. That is quite scary. I think their lineup kind of is very mid game focused. But at the same time, Malphus Restoration Stone in late game is very good. It's only the scaling power of Valkyrie I'm worried about. As well as Pebbles, he's not really taking off too much. He's just got a blink. So it's not even 300 GPM at the moment. I think they definitely want to go for some fights with these pickups. We currently have the Pebbles rotted. Myrmidon has double bracer. I don't think that's a hero he can solo kill. He definitely needs team support. Tundra going to blink out. I think they maybe spotted or have an idea this Valkyrie Prism is happening. They're going to toss back the Myrmidon here. He actually does not get stunned up. There's the combat stun. He had already used his waveform, so they will get the second support. Again, not the best pickoff, but they're going to get something. Hellbringer gets a kill, which I believe got him enough gold for the staff. So he's going to have that being delivered here. Pyromancer not going to solo kill the chipper here. He's going to hold his ground with the buffer. Oh, he's going to get... Oh, he sidesteps the arrow. And he's living in the Matrix right now. He's got to dodge arrows, rockets. I think Pebbles is not going to know which way he went. They're going to stop chasing. Almost a good arrow. I would like to see Legion group up either for the mid tower or the bottom tower with the Malphas staff picked up. They're constantly having to address the Tundra, who's been split pushing here in the top lane. He's got his bird scouting the way. That's definitely annoying for them to deal with, but at the same time, I would like to see them focus on an objective. Try to get kills through a means of that. As they're going to use 2 ultimates here in the bot lane. Pebbles going to die. They're not going to be able to react to this in time. And that's the power of the Tundra with the Bensington. Anybody who farms by themselves dies too quickly for the team support to get there. Tundra gonna jump in. Here's a counter Malphas though. Pyromancer is here with the combo, and Hellbringer's holding his ground. He will fall though. They do lose the Myrmidon. Bensington gets swapped into the tower. This is gonna be a reasonable trade though, as Hellbringer did get his Malphas off, and they will end up getting a pair of kills or a trio of kills from Legion's side. So you almost gotta question them sticking around, trying to fight into the Hellbringer there, as they had used two of their big cooldowns. And it looks like Glacius wasn't there as well. So they will push this bottom tower with the Malphases. And again, with him being dead, he cannot attack the towers. So that is one of the downsides to Hellbringer dying or not being in the area. Cannot push the tower there. We see Shards level 3, I think, just got purchased. Maybe it was just the level 2. But we have Pebbles and Chipper. He's going to go for a kill here on the Pyromancer. The Rockets are going to miss, actually. And they do take out the tower bottom, while simultaneously getting a kill on the mid Pyromancer. Good kill and good tower push. We see Hellborn. I think they might have taken their first lead this game. It is minimal, but good signs for them. They have Valkyrie almost at 500 gold per minute right now. He's trying to line up an arrow. It's going to be spotted though. Glacius has a portal key. On 240 gold per minute. Have the Thunderclaw picked up on Bensington a bit later than he probably would have liked to have had it. He's going to work on some jungle stacks. He's got Nightfall up. They have Avalanche ready as well. But we see Hellborn more or less grouping up. They have the Dawnbringer and a double damage on Valkyrie at the moment. Big jump coming in from Pebbles here, or far dive rather. We're not going to live. We'll see if they counter this. There is a Nightfall ready to go. They're going to combo the Valkyrie here, who did use his swap. So I think that was a bit too deep without Valkyrie being there and without them having Malphas. If they had Malphas, that fight would have been a little bit better. So they're thinking about maybe re-engaging. Tundra's going to avoid the arrow here. Blazing Strike from Pyromancer are going to take out the Pebbles. They will lose Myrmidon and Glacius in the process. Hellbringer does fall. He does get his Malphas off, but Valkyrie going to TP out. And that was... that was not a Pyromancer buyback, actually. So, looks like Legion won this fight. They took out 4 players for 2. So, perhaps a little bit uncoordinated. Greedy dive from Legion, or from Hellborn, ends up being in Legion's favor here. See the Hyper Crown picked up on Benzi. It's going to be scaling him to work on his GPM, which I think is fine this game. I think he needs to be greedy. They have the Shamans and the Portal Key on Tundra. I think he will go for Barrier Idol this game, which is pretty good. Oh, he did not notice that there's a ward on the uphill. He needs to shoot a rocket up here. Maybe they'll spot it out now? They definitely should have seen it on the rocket. Somebody should have seen it. They have 5 pairs of eyes, hopefully, in their team. That rocket went right over the ward. So, while I'm talking about that, we see Kongor falling here. We see the first Kongor of the game. Movement speed, damage, stats, stats. That's the most spread, I think, Kongor buffs I've seen from a team. Almost split between all of them. Pyro's going for Shrunken Head. Does have Shards 3 already finished. So he is farming quite good. Kensington will probably see Shrunken Head next. I do feel like anything outside of that would be rather greedy against the Hellborn team. Tundra, I think, had his Rot broken. He's going to jump Pebbles here. Nightfall is going to land onto Andromeda. Don't know about that swap. Maybe they thought they could kill the Tundra if they swapped him. Pebbles jumps in with a combo here. Glacial Downpour comes out in the background. It's going to be cancelled by the Malphus, hitting several heroes. The Fear is going to stun up both the Myrmidon and the Tundra. Here comes a toss from Pebbles onto his teammate. Will they be able to kill this Tundra here? He's got the Dawnbringer dot on him there. He will fall. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Pyromancer split pushes the tier 2 tower. Oh, it was a 3-for-1 trade, but they did get a tower. Still going to keep them in a golden experience lead. Pyro has his Shrunken Head finished. Still no follow-up items on the Pebbles from his Portal Key. Does pick up a Mighty Blade. Valkyrie has her Shrunken Head finished, so both carries almost on par with each other. Gold per minute is nearly identical here. Kensington going to have his Shrunken finished in around in the next couple of minutes here. Arcana picked up on Hellbringer, is going for the Resto, which I think is very good. He could maybe look to staff upgrade. A lot of his teammates actually have quite good staff effects. Not sure actually who he should staff this game. They're all quite good. Maybe Pebbles is still the best one out of the 3. I think Andros is probably the worst since he won't be able to do multiple swaps. The Staff Valk would help him clear waves, but I think he doesn't have too many issues with that right now. The Chainsaws could be good, upgraded, but I think the Staff on Pebbles is probably the best choice for later. Barrier Idol was finished on Tundra. 200 gold away from the Shrunken on Bensington. Finishing these 2 camps will probably give him the gold. So they'll be looking pretty good with Shrunken, Idol, and Shrunken picked up across the 3 cores. Myrmidon, probably, I think he should go for Staff. Maybe he'll go for Tablet Storm, just go full utility, but Staff wouldn't be too bad on him. He could even upgrade Tundra Staff or Sir Bensington Staff, are both pretty solid. They're going to try a Kongor steal here. Valkyrie Prism going to be spotted out here by that Word of Revelation. There's the Avalanche opening. Valkyrie is going to go down before Malphus comes out. And will they have the damage to bring down some of these Legion heroes here? Malphus going to take out Tundra here. Glacius also going down. Malphus are dealing tons of damage with the team support here. Myrmidon getting slowed up by the Hellbringer. Will they have the ability to bring him down? They should. There's the toss on Andro. So even though they get the Valkyrie kill, they do lose 3 players. It was the 2 supports and the offlaner. Um, Not sure if it's worth it though, to lose their Valkyrie for 3. It's hard to say. He's gonna fall behind both the Pyro and the Bensington a little bit here with the death. So now, what does Bensington go for as his follow-up item to Shrunken? I think Geos and Wingbow are reasonable options. Geobane helps him split push a lot. Wingbow helps him fight against Valkyrie. I think it should be an Agi item to boost up his DPS quite a lot. We'll see what he goes for next. Those are my guesses. Farm Spirit comes out on Chipper. I think it's just going to delay his death though. Even if Andro swaps him, I think it's not worth it because he has a bound die. So hopefully he wasn't thinking about sacrificing himself. Valkyrie hits an arrow here. He's going to jump in man mode here. She's going to get swapped. But that's just going to sack the bound die. Very preemptive fight there from Hellborn. I mean, I feel like they really want to play around their Malphus cooldown. And also without Pebbles being there, I think it's just not a good go. They end up losing a bound die over to Legion, which is also going to give them even more map control now if they can hold on to that. Not going to find any wards here from Hellborn with the bound die. So I think Pyro will be thinking about a Sheepstick next. It's a pretty good item for him. He'll be able to always solo kill people if they split up. Also initiate for Bensington outside of the Tundra reliably. But I think Sheepstick is probably on his mind. We could see a right-click Pyromancer build, but with his current build, it's not really suitable for that style. Myrmidon maybe getting caught here. He misses the wheat field. I think he's going to get auto-attack down. Albringer's getting really close to Resto Stone. I think he might just have bought the Sustainer and only needs a little bit for the recipe. So if they get this tier 1 tower, which they could look to try to force here. Actually, I feel like Legion could defend it with only the Myrmidon dead. I think they want the Resto before they push any objectives. He's gonna farm the top lane here. I think he's got that finished here. What will Valkyrie go for following the Shrunken Head pickup? She could also go her own Wingbow against Bensington. Nullstone wouldn't be terrible, but I feel like it's a little too defensive at the moment. It will get a lot better when Pyromancer has Sheepstick. I think Nullstone wouldn't be the worst item for him. But I don't know if he's going to want to go Shrunken and Nullstone right now. Especially when he does have Andro to rely on. Doubles is working on his own staff. And they could definitely staff both Chipper and Valk. That would be quite good if they have 4 staffs on the team. They are looking to maybe do their Kongor here. Thunderbird. Do they see it? I feel like they maybe see it. Oh, nice. Chipper snipes out the Thunderbird. They might be able to do Kongor now with the bird down. They have this Ward of Sight here, but I don't think it sees in the pit. It probably sees up to here, the tree line blocking the Kong. They're going to de-ward their own Kongor pit, and I think we will see both sides trade Kongors relatively soon, unless some kind of pickoff happens. Valk tries an arrow, but they're not going to go for anything there in mid lane. I think it should just be Kongor trading time. Legion's already ahead of schedule, which means if Hellborn takes too long to make this decision, Legion could rotate over and Bensington can Nightfall in with Shrunken. They might be looking to do that, but they did just get the bird back up. It might be a little bit too late to go for a Conquer steal here. Pyro could sell Chalice, I think, and just about have enough gold for Sheep. I think he cleans up this wave and he has Sheep Stick. I think no matter what, he sells Chalice here for that. I think Sheep Resto would be maybe his best choice here. I'm surprised he's holding off on spending his gold. He has enough for Sheep. And I don't see any item outweighing that right now. Hellbringer has had his resto for probably about 2 minutes now. There's the Sheep Stick purchase. Chipper almost has a portal key, which I think is going to be his follow-up item. I think when you have a storm, you typically want to have portal key. The storm on its own is kind of hard to react fast enough if you're not in range. Levels just finished staff. They have staff on him and Hellbringer now. Oh, here comes the avalanche on Valkyrie. He's gonna get stormed by Chipper. Really good team support. And if they continue to do like this, then he won't need a nullstone, I think. But they're gonna fight with him having a lot of gold here. That might be a mistake. I would like to see him spend his gold on something, even if it's pieces to something. All Fireblade was picked up by Bensington. It's okay. I don't know if it was his best choice. Oh, Pyro gets picked off here. They use Malphus. They actually used 2 Malphuses. I don't know if that was all for Pyro or if he... Actually, he might have used the first one here. I might have missed that. But either way, he has the resto on cooldown for 100 seconds. So the first ulti and the resto will come up at the same time. And it will be able to push the tier 2 tower. I don't know if they can push base here. Pyro doesn't have a buyback, even with the tower kill bottom. Bensington's also pushing quite fast. So Hellborn's going to commit here to a Rax. They're definitely going to need to defend this, even without Pyro dead. They have everything outside of Pyro being alive. Looks like they're choosing to give it up. Bensington's gonna get the base tower at the least. Oh, Myrmidon got arrowed. There's the Shrunken Head. Valkyrie does go for a nullstone, which I think is okay. Gets the tower down here. They're gonna only get the melee. Hellbringer getting caught here. It's not able to pour it out. So what does Hellbringer go for? Following up the resto pickup here. He could go for something like a portal key. He doesn't necessarily have to staff upgrade somebody. Could also go for Sheep Stick. Sheep Stick is very good when you have Resto Stone. Could opt for Portal Key before Sheep Stick though, if he wants to have better positioning. They are... I'm surprised nobody's going for like an early Wingbow. It would kind of force the other to build Mace, which would be probably what they don't want to do. I think Bensington definitely doesn't want to go Mace this game. Valk would probably be a little bit happier to go Mace than Bensington would be. Here comes the Sheepstick on Pebbles. There's the swap though from Andro. Andro's going to hold her ground. She'll be fine. There was a buyback on Hellbringer here. He does have the double ultis ready. And the buyback will actually probably deter them from diving. They also had a double damage on Benzi, so they might have wanted to take advantage of that jump. Ooh. Domed. Absolutely domed. Shrunken picked up on Tundra. This is a really passive item build from Tundra, I would say. I mean, he does have a blink to be offensive, but idle and shrunken on a Tundra, I don't know. Don't know if I like both. I like the idle initially. I feel like he could have maybe went puzzle box this game. It's really late for puzzle though, but it's just such a good item on Tundra. I'm trying to think if there's anything else he could have went for. See, Veiled Rot's being used here by Hellborn. They have Prism up in 8 seconds. I think they're just gonna push bottom here with Valk instead of using the Rots for kills. They have really good warding here for any kind of jungle fight or potential fight in this bottom area. So I think they definitely want to control this part of the map and try to avoid their own side right now. They have double rock up, so I think they should look for a fight. Just make sure to protect Hellbringer. If he gets off the rocks and Valk doesn't die, make sure to protect Valk from getting killed by the sheep initiation. Make sure Hellbringer gets rocks off. And they should be fine. So they forced everyone back from Legion. Debatable whether or not Bensington should port back. I think he probably could farm out Hellborn's jungle to a degree. Tundra has ultimate on cooldown for 40 seconds. Not sure what he used it on. So Pebbles, he could upgrade somebody. Could also go for his own Resto Stone for combo damage, which is also very good. I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if Hellbringer and Pebbles hold off on staffing either Chipper or Valk, because I think they could also just look to build into their own items. Portal Key or Sheep on Hellbringer, fairly solid. Pebbles might skip shards this game and just go into Resto and offer the lockdown rather than the burst, which I think is fine. Either one. I think Resto for double toss combo. The lockdown might be preferred over the combo damage itself. Chipper goes for idle. Didn't go for Blink Storm. So they have their own idle on their side. That's also fine. He might have trouble lining it up on a couple of his teammates, but it's a good item pickup. Valk has 5k. Bensington has been spending his gold more aggressively than Valk this game. So he goes for Geobane and Nullfire, which I really like the synergy between these two items. Maybe now he swaps Astro for Wingbow and he goes the late Wingbow, which if he sees Valk show an item and then buys Wingbow, it's going to be really good if Valk can't buy a mace in response to the Wingbow. I think Bensington, for that aspect alone, he is in a really good spot in comparison to the Valk. I think I just saw Shieldbreaker picked up, which, man, I feel like late Shieldbreaker is always going to be worse than early Shieldbreaker. If he had bought a Shieldbreaker early, I think it's okay. But if he buys a 42-minute Shieldbreaker, I think it's less good. Double damage, and they might steal the Kongor here. Pyromancer also has TP up, but he's deciding to split push here. He might be able to get a Rax while they distract him. Oh, Legion stole Kongor as well. Remensky got the last hit on the Kongor. He's going to sacrifice himself. Pyromancer, meanwhile this fight is going on, I think he's going to take the Rax. They're going to lose Bensington, which he does not have a buyback. That could actually prove to be a bad choice. If they had a buyback, that could... Oh, he does have buyback. He buys back, he Nightfalls in. This is going to be maybe good. Pebbles falls. They use double Malphus Rock. They're going to lose the Hellbringer here for the Glacius. And Chipper... Oh, Bensington missed the Joust. That's awkward. Maybe he thought Myrmidon was the enemy. I don't know. He misses Joust on porting out Chipper. That's kind of weird. So Valk and Chipper stay alive. They lose 3 people. They lose Rax in bottom lane to Pyromancer. They lost Kongor. Legion stole Kongor. They took Rax. It cost them a buyback on Bensington, but I think that they are going to be pretty happy with that. I think Legion is happy. They stole Kong. They got a Rax. And they It costs them 1 buyback on their carry. That should be fine. Bensington's gonna pause his next item with that buyback though, only sitting on 2,000 gold. Valk has Shieldbreaker 1, which feels like meh. It doesn't feel like it's gonna really do a whole lot. I hope I'm proven wrong. I hope it's good, but I think it's not gonna be good. And this could be a token on Bensington. He'll just sell the Astrolabe. He gets the token here. They have that for 3 minutes. He should be fine. He just kind of hits like a wet noodle. Nice arrow though, really nice arrow. I don't know if he can kill this guy though. Yeah, he's gonna be forced to fall back. There's no team support at all. And man, if this was a bit more aggressive Valkyrie build, I think could have maybe gotten that kill. But 3 minutes, well, 2.5 minutes and counting for the token now. Bensington's got 3,000 gold in the bank. Obviously won't be able to buy anything just now. He wants to wait till the token expires. Valk is, I believe, holding off on going all in without a buyback. She wants to make sure to have buyback before going fully into Shieldbreaker 3. Pyromancer has a lot of gold. I think, yep, okay, so Sheep Resto, this is what I expected him to do. I think it's good. Doesn't have a buyback, but I think it's fine. As long as he gets Shrunkens off, he should be... only has to play around Malphus. I think Hellbringer is probably his biggest target right now. Try to blink Sheep the Hellbringer. If he catches Hellbringer, I think they win every fight. Because they have Bensington in a really good spot right now. Ahead of the Valk in terms of damage output in team fights. A little bit surprised that Valk has more hero damage than Bensington, but Nightfall coming in. Chipper getting caught here. It's gonna lose the bound die. It's gonna be a pickoff. And this could possibly be a top lane Rax push. I think we'll push the opposite side of the bottom lane here. Chandra gonna run to join his team. What is Valkyrie? She maybe wants buyback Shieldbreaker 3? I'm not sure. She's gonna need to be back at the base though. Here's the buyback from Chipper. I would have rather them got the initiation before the buyback. Ooh, Tundra's gonna miss his avalanche. Or not get it to go off here. He more or less wastes a Shunken. Myrmidon's next level baiting with the arrow here, but they're not gonna fall for it. Tower's gonna fall. Bensington's gonna get jumped here. 18 seconds on the token. Ideally, they don't want to kill him, but I think they are gonna kill him, and he's gonna be fine with that. He needs to get his Shrunken head off. They do kill both the Pyromancer and the Glacius Bensington. He's more or less all by himself here. He pops the Geobane. He's getting burned down by the Malphuses, and he's going to fall. They only got the tower here. This is, well, they did get a tier 4 as well. This is Hellborn's time to retaliate and try to force some buybacks. If they can get the second buyback out of Bensington, it's going to be really good. Valkyrie will have the buyback advantage, and they'll just have to make sure to hold the remaining set of Raxes here. Arcane Bomb picked up on Andro for the Geobane illusions, it looks like. You're going to get the ranged Rax here in middle. They now have the full set. Tundra's gonna get the jump here on the Valkyrie. There's the Storm Spirit from Chipper. Here comes the Nightfall from Bensington. He is gonna get the leap. Oh, there's the Chuck. Back though. I don't know if that was a good Chuck or not. Valkyrie falls. Chipper's gonna fall as well. Doesn't seem like they got enough out of that team fight top, unfortunately. Hellbringer picks up a Frostfield plate. I don't know if that's what I would have wanted him to go for. Valk's gonna buy back to defend here. Expecting a push, I think, from Legion. Tundra goes for Sheepstick. A lot of big items across the board from Legion. Sheepstick is very good. Pyro goes for a post haste. See Pebbles holding on to a lot of gold. Definitely want to see him buy something. Also, don't know if I agree with the post haste. I think he should have just went straight into resto here. Ooh, Bensington goes all in on the symbol. Doesn't go for wingbow, goes for symbol. It's okay, I guess. It's okay. It's going for the durable route. Oh, they could maybe catch the Valkyrie here. Oh, he's gonna get caught here. Does have a buyback. He's gonna get taken out by the double sheepsticks. They even used both the sheepsticks there. Thunder gets caught in response. There's a toss. Nightfall comes in from Bensington. Tundra's going to fall. It's going to do some good damage. Elminger gets double Malphus off. He's going to get bursted down by the Bensington. And it looks like Legion team's cleaning up this fight. Double tap comes out for the Bensington. Valkyrie does use her second buyback here. She just gets enough gold. Rockets are going to miss on the Bensington. There's the sheepstick on Pebbles. Bensington, he's going to get the symbol off. He's holding his ground from the creeps. Valkyrie should take him out here on the uphill. And Bensington currently out of buybacks. They have killed the Tundra as well, who doesn't have a buyback. Oh, they can get the supports here. Oh, this is going to be huge. Glacius goes down to the neutral creeps. Valkyrie gets a double tap. They need to go for the shrine here, I think, as they have 4 players dead, only Pyromancer alive. I think they honestly should go for shrine here. I know it sounds kind of greedy, but maybe they will try to get some Raxes instead and see if they can even out the Rax game. Pyromancer has a buyback. He's the only one, but he's alive. Valkyrie gonna try to get the bot Rax here. Pyromancer doesn't have TP up right now. Valkyrie is gonna be forced back by the glyph. She's not sure where the Pyro is because he's not showing. She doesn't know that he doesn't have port up. And they're currently defending the top lane with 2 people, so Pyro's doing enough of a job here being a nuisance to keep them occupied. But man, if they knew what I knew, I think they would have been going a little bit harder for a Rax, either in the top or bottom lane. Maybe the throne idea would have been a little bit too greedy. But we definitely got plenty of game more here. Both carries out of buybacks. The Hellbringer also out of buybacks. The Wolves is 200 from Arresto. Or maybe even less. I think it's 5150. Yeah. It's really close to Arresto. I think he should be aggressively farming that. There's a Prism coming out from Valkyrie. They do not have a Bound Eye on Legion right now. They do have a Rev Ward here. Legion's going to try to find them. Here comes the arrow at the Kongor. Oh, Myrmidon's going to tank a 5-second arrow on the Kongor. Let's see how this fight goes. Here comes the jump from the Hellborn side. Valkyrie pops the Shrunken Head. They're going to get the Myrmidon kill. Here comes the Malphus, locking down the Sir Bensington. Will they be able to bring him down, though? He does joust down the cliff, and he didn't use the Resto Stone for the second Malphus. I'm very surprised by that. That would have been huge, because Bensington had no buyback. I think you got to use the Resto Stone in that situation, even if it's for the single lockdown. They're going to maybe get the Glacius here. He is going to go down, but yeah, I think they missed an opportunity there. Hellbringer is going to come in and snipe out the Kongor. There's the Sheepstick on the Hellbringer, but Pyromancer is going to sack himself for the Kongor. He does have a buyback, but if they got that Bensington kill, boy, that would have been huge. He's going to Nightfall into the base. He's going for the tier 4s here. They're going to need to port back and defend this. Oh my god, are we going to see a throne race from the 2 sides here? Chipper's doing everything he can to stop the Sir Bensington. Pyromancer buys back at the base. The second Malphus is used with the Restoration Stone. We're going to have a base race here for this game number 1. Chipper, he's going to hold his ground. There's the Chuck. from Pebbles. He's gonna maybe get the kill here on the Serpentington. Yes, he will. Did Hellborn just do it? They take out the Tundra as well. This shrine is so low on life. It's 700 plus HP here. Pebbles is gonna post haste. There is nobody alive from Legion. Myrmidon spawning in 5 seconds. Glacius is up in 10. The team support from Hellborn, they are chugging down the middle lane here. As Valkyrie uses a storm. Myrmidon, is he going to take out the Pebbles here? There's a stun from the Pebbles. He has a PK up in 1 second. Oh, he's going to stick around too long. He gets taken out by the Glacius. And both teams have their shrines and tree exposed. We have a buyback from the Pebbles here. He doesn't have post haste though. But only the supports are alive. No buybacks on any of the cores. I think this should do it. They should be able to take this game. And it is what it is. I think they're going to take it. Game number 1. It's going to go down the old-fashioned way. The world tree is going to fall. And the GGs are called. The Valkyrie carry does prevail here in game number 1. What a way to finish off game 1.